Three Little Pigs by Green Jelly. Classic song, excellent riff, really fun, wacky song. Gotta love it. And this song kicks off here, and it does this kind of like, Van Halen homage type deal, where it's kind of introducing the song and all that, and it's just kind of this loose, crazy intro. But the guitar in the background is just kind of wailing away on these like tapping scale here. And it's basically all just kind of the same thing here. It's we're going to go from just open E, and we're going to do 5 to 8, okay? And it's going to do about 2 measures of this position, and then it'll just shift up a fret, and then it just continues that same pattern where 2 measures, 4 frets apart. We're just going to keep that same distance, just that, so it would be 5 to 8, then 6 to 9, 7 to 10, 8 to 11, 9 to 12, 10 to 13, 11 to 14, 12 to 15, and then just get up all the way up to 13 to 16. Okay, so it's just the same distance, and then just moves up a fret every 2 measures. Because you just got to get that down where you're comfortable with doing, pick it 5 to 8. Or if you want, you can just do that and just let the open ring out itself. I kind of like to pick that open on the first time through, just to get it as clear as possible. But yeah, so you do just slowly here. It'd be like this. Of course, you'd be doing it a lot more, but I didn't want to sit there and do every single one for you. It'd take forever. But yeah, so it's just a matter of getting that down and up to tempo. And, you don't have to include this part, you could just jump right into the song, whichever you like. So if you want to be super technical and do exactly what the song's doing, sure, throw that in there. And so up to tempo altogether, it sounds something like this here. Alright, and now getting into the main riff of the song. Once you get this down, this is like 90% of the song, because it's that iconic, awesome riff that, everyone's going to recognize. And it's going to start here, 2nd fret, and we're just doing power chords. So F sharp here, 2nd fret, 4 and 4 on the A and D. Okay. And then we hit to the open A. Okay, then do the 3rd fret on the A for the C power chord. That's the 1st measure. And for the 2nd measure, we stay on that C, just move it up a fret and then back. Then to open A, and then just finish it on that C. And you just repeat that whole thing. Alright, and there's a kind of a second guitar part that comes in. You can add it if you like. I think it's kind of a cool little thing going on there. But after every second time the riff goes all the way through, a second guitar comes in and just does kind of a bend that goes on. And you're going to want to throw some wah pedal on this. Okay. Okay, and it just kind of bends here at the third of the G while holding the 1 on the B. Okay, so you just get that unison bend. And it bends it, just kind of hits it at the top, and then releases it while, you know, just going back and forth on the wah pedal. Okay. It's just a little accent thing that comes in at the end of every second time the riff goes through. Alright, and just a note here that at the end of the verse, or just the pre-chorus here, the riff kind of switches up to where it'll just go one time through, and then it'll just rest the second time through on F sharp. So it'll just be something like this. Alright, the chorus comes in, and this is just another, you know, just 2 measures worth of something. Slide it up a fret, 2 measures, slide it up a fret every 2 measures. That same pattern. But it's going to be like this, where we're just doing a F sharp power chord, so 2nd fret on the E here. And you can palm mute this a little bit, it probably sounds better. Just doing, you know, 8th note strums on this for 2 measures. Slide it up a fret to the G, to the 4, 5, 6, and once we get to the 6, just do 1 measure and then go to the 7 for a measure. Alright. Alright, and after every time we do the chorus in this song, there's going to be a little interlude section where it's kind of a like a variation of the main riff played in like a different spot. So after the first chorus, it'll be this little interlude here, where we're going to play it. Like I said, it just kind of mirrors how the main riff goes. We're going to be here at the 4th fret on the A and the D, and then come up to the 7 on the A and D. And then we jump up here where we're 7 on the G, 8 on the B. And then we slide it up a fret, so we're at the 8 and the 9. Back to 8, back to 7 and 8. And then we quickly do 9 on the D and G, and back to that 7 and 8 on the G and B. So that's the first time through, and the second time through we do the same first measure. Slide it up to the 8 and 9, back to the 7 and 8, put the 7 on the G, and then just do a quick little 8 to 7 pull off on the B, and then slide that 7G out. Just it's a little detail in there if you want to throw that in. Alright, so then you just put that all together and it'd sound like this. Okay, then we go through the verse again and the chorus again, and once we get to the second interlude after the second chorus, it kind of splits off where 2 guitars are playing a variation of the main riff. Okay, and the first one will be here where we're on the 11 of the B. Then we go 9, 11 on the E. Okay, and then we do 11, 12, 11 on the E. Back to 9. Back to 11. do the whole thing again. And once we get to that last 9, we go all the way up to the 17 on the E and bend that. Alright, and as far as the second guitar during that section, it's playing it in this voicing here. Okay, we're going to be on 4 of the D and 6 on the G, and you're going to want to throw in some wah pedal with this also. Okay, so I'll just play it kind of clean here to start with. Right. And then we come up to 7 on the D and 9 on the G. And then we go 10 on the D, 12 on the G. Okay. Then we do slide up a fret, slide back down. Okay, so we slid up to the 11 and 13, back to the 10 and 12. Alright, then we go back to the 7 and 9, and then come back to the 10 and 12. And like I said, you want to throw some wah in there too, so. Okay, we'll go through the verse again and the chorus again, and we get through this last interlude. And this one's the funnest one for me because it's basically you're just trying to play it intentionally crappy sounding. So, but there's a form and a art to it here. So it's going to be something like this, where we're on the 3rd fret of the D, and then hit the 1 on the G. Okay. All right, first measure. Second measure, we do 3-2 open on the D to the 1. And then third measure, we do open A, 1st fret G to open, and then to finish it, we do 3rd fret on the D, then we bend the 3 on the G, and then just hit it normal. Okay, like I said, this is just supposed to sound real funky and bad and just, out of steam. So, all together, it'd sound like this. Okay. Lots of fun. Alright, in the final chorus, this is kind of just twice as long. So, how we were doing initially, where we just up a fret, up a fret, up a fret, and just keep going until we got to that 6. This time we're going to keep going all the way until we get to a D power chord. So if you want, you can just play it all the way up to the 10th. But once I get to that 8th fret, I just kind of like to bring it back down and start it at the 3 on the A, and then up to the 5. Just so that I'm not like all the way up there, I can just stay in this area. And so it would just be like this, where you just go through the whole thing. And I'll bring it to the 3 on the A. Do a measure's worth, and then do a measure's worth of the 5. Okay, and the second guitar during that final chorus, it's if you really want to get precise in what's going on here, it's doing this like bending, this constant just back and forth bending, starting at the 9 on the G with a 7 on the B with it. So you're just unison bending that, and it's just up a fret, up a fret, up a fret. So, and the wah pedal on this too. So if you want to throw this part in, it would just be like this. All the way to that 17G 15 on the B. Very end of the song, we just kind of have this, you know, crescendo at the end here, where we're just hammering away on it as the moral of the story is being told. Okay, and basically that's just the first half of the riff, and we just stay on that C, that third fret A power chord, and just strum away on it. All right, and once you're ready to end the song, it just for some reason ends on this funky little chord here, where we're gonna go 6 on the E, okay, for that power chord there at the A sharp, and then just hit a 3rd fret power chord on the E, and then just end the song. Really weird, funky ending. I like it. Thanks for checking out the video, everybody. Like it, share it, leave a comment. It's always good to hear from you. Do me a favor and hit the subscription button. I put out a video pretty frequent, so you don't want to miss out on that. Check out the links in the description box below. I have really cool links for tablature books, all the gear I use, t-shirts, fun stuff like that. So thank you very much, and we'll see you next time.